Alright, so I'm in the middle of installing my passenger Recaro seat, and I decided I wanted to make a video of it since I couldn't find one. So first off, hold on, let me get a light. So first off, take off the 4 bolts that hold in the seat. There's one right there, right there, and then from the back of the seat there and there. Then you take off the amp, the stock Bose amp. There's only got two nuts holding it in place to the seat. There's one on the left and one on this side. It's got studs from the seat sticking out to the front of the car. Then you unplug these 3 connectors as part of the harness from the car. This stays in the car, and those are the only plugs that connect the car to the seat. Got your seats out. It's got 2 zippers, one on each side on the back of the seat. One going along this. It's gonna be tucked inside this piece. The zipper is gonna be tucked on the bottom. So you pull that out. It's gonna look like that, and then you unzip it. Same thing with the other side. Oh, it's also got like something holding this in, so you just pull back on that, and that comes up. So the first thing you do, go on to the inside part of the seat, the seat buckle side. It's got this white cover over the OPDS unit. Pull that off, and then it exposes this. This is the airbag unit. This one's got a screw like this, a Phillips screw. One up here, one on the bottom. Then it's got connectors, 4 connectors. You take off the screws first, then you disconnect it, because it's kind of tough taking out those connectors with it still screwed in. And then you take that out. After that, you go over to the airbag side. It's gonna have this. Hold on. It's gonna have a nut right there, right here. You unscrew that nut, and then the airbag comes out, but it's still got a cable right down there. And then it's got this little this is part of the cable. And you take some pliers and squeeze that, push it in, so that leaves a little slack on the cables. Make sure you don't rip the cables out of the airbag. That's where I am right now. So now we start pulling the sensors out. There's 1 sensor to each one of these lines. 1, 2, 3. The form post says the side one is the easiest, but once you follow this, it goes to the front of the seat. So run the airbag through the seat. So the cable's coming out from this, like running through the hole, and then it's got these little white clips. One right there, there, and there. Take all those off so you can peel back the cover. And the sensor is right there. That little this little strip. That's what we're trying to run through out the back. And do that. What I'm gonna be doing is peeling that off the foam and then pull it through there. As you pull it through, it looks like this. When you're ripping that off the foam, you gotta be careful not to rip this shit. I don't know how fragile it is, but the guy said you don't have to be too gentle with it. On to the next one. So next sensor, you gotta recline the seat all the way back. And pull the bottom, this little thing through the cushion of the back seat through, and the bottom seat. I don't know the fucking terms, but just pull this thing through the bottom to get the bottom sensor. This is probably the hardest one. You got to reach through here to pull out the sensor. Oh, and this is a big ass fucking sensor. It's probably one of the most annoying things I've ever fucking done on this car. But I just fucking took the cover off. It's probably a lot easier to do it this way. Just gotta undo all those copper rings to open it up. The big ass sensor was there. It's connected to this strip, which makes it mandatory that you have to do this. So this strip is connected to the big one. This strip is connected to that one. So all I gotta do now is just fish it through. So if I was to do this again, I would instead of going through all the trouble of fisting this fucking seat, I would use some dikes just to cut up those copper rings to release this fucking seat cover. And instead of reusing those rings, you could just use zip ties. It's a lot easier. And yeah, that's probably the best way to go about doing this. This is how the sensors look after you pull them out. That's 1, 2. This is the big one. 3. I ended up fucking this one up. Ripped right there. I hope I didn't go through all this and not work because of that. So let's see. Next, you want to fish this connector through there, that, down through that hole to the bottom of the seat. Take off the clamp, and then take off take off those connectors for those, and then all you got to do is take off those, take off the seat belt, so you could transfer them to the Recaro seats. Seat belt should look like that. That's the extension harness, I think is what it's called. There's the sensors. The only thing you won't be transferring is the airbag. That's gonna stay on the old seat, but you will need the connector, which is the yellow, this one. That one, you'll need the connector, so you'll have to cut that off so you could do the wire in the two resistors, or the 2 ohm resistor. I have two of the 1 ohm resistors, and all you gotta do is just solder those in series. So once you put those in series, it's as if it was just one 2 ohm resistor. I'll show that later on in the video. To reattach the connectors to the OPDS unit, the one with the green tape is farthest to the left, and everything else you can't really mix up. The only two you can mix up is this one and this one, but that's how it should look once you reconnect them. Said the only thing that's gonna be left on the old seat is the airbag. You take this connector off of there. Alright, so this is what I did. Here's the connector. Soldered it under this heat shrink. It's soldered. This is a 1 ohm resistor that's soldered to another 1 ohm resistor. They're connected in series. So what comes out of this, or what goes through, what's in this circuit is 2 ohms. 1 and 1 in series is 2. Or you could just get a 2 ohm resistor instead of getting two 1 ohms. Basically, you just need 2 ohms in this circuit to read for the computer to read that there's a airbag still there. So this is what it looks like after I insulated it. Kind of messy, but whatever. Resistors really shouldn't be this freaking big. These are like the heavy duty kind. Got it, and this is all I could find at Radio Shack. But it should be, these are like the high quality stuff. It's like heavy duty stuff, so I don't know. Whatever. You just gotta transfer the seat belts. Took this off the old one. All you gotta do is just to take it off the old one, take off that cover. There's a screw for it right there. Take that off, undo this bolt, and then the connectors, of course. And that's the seat belt. Off the Recaro seat, you can't really use the ones that come with it because of they're not the same buckles. They don't fit on the USDM buckles. So yeah, just bolt that up. Should look after you install the seatbelt. Just run the cables through that hole right there. And there's your seatbelt installed. So connect everything up. Here's your little resistor thing, resistor circuit, and this is the seatbelt connector. These two right here. That should be everything connected. I don't know what I'm gonna do this, but all this I'll probably put in like a little pouch, stuff it under the seat, and yeah, let's get this Recaro seat in. Alright, so here it is installed. The only tricky part about installing them is because of the seat. It rubs up onto the seat belt. It hits the center console. It's a little tricky, but just push it, kind of force it in there. Not too hard, but it goes in. Put in your 4 bolts. covers on the rear. That's it. Now to do the driver's side, you don't have to take out any sensors out of the old seat. The driver's side, all you got to do is do that the little resistors, complete that circuit, and just the little thing with that we had to do with the soldering. Do that airbag circuit with 2 ohms. You don't have to take out any sensors. The driver's side doesn't have any sensors in the seat, so you don't have to rip apart the seat. All you gotta do is cut off that connector, do that little haggard wiring job, and that's it. It doesn't have an OPDS unit. I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna put that under the seat, because you can't. These are pressure sensors, so it's gonna turn off the passenger side airbag if you have any pressure on those. So you gotta figure out how to hide those under the seat without having any pressure on them. But that's it. Got the 2 Recaro seats installed on my 05 RSX. Pretty sure it works on all the USDM RSXs. But yeah, now I'm gonna start it up. Hopefully there's no SRS light. Let's put this part in the video. Me starting it up.
Am I the caller below you?
Yes. No airbag light. No SRS light. No nothing. No side airbag light. Nothing. Sweet. By the way, that check engine light is just on because I took off my cat. It's P0420, so it's not a big deal. But yeah. Got the passenger seat in. Yeah. This is me fixing my old seat. Just threaded the zip ties through where the old copper rings went through. At least I think they're copper. They look copper. But I'm replacing them with zip ties. Hopefully this will fix it. Just like that, like I never took it apart. Not really. Could clearly see those wrinkles, but that'll do. I'm not gonna be using them anyway. I can't see it, too dark, but yeah. Fixed it. Everything's in there. Zipped up.